This is the stuff you know best. Josh, good to see you.
Great to see you too, Andrew. Yes, I am here live from London. What we've got at the back of this procession is the future of the monarchy. We're not seeing Prince Andrew. We're not seeing Prince Harry and his own family. This is the future of a stripped-back monarchy, but one that is rooted in tradition, but that's also outlooking to a modern audience, being inclusive, being representative of the Commonwealth at its core, at its very heart.
Welcome back. Moving across the pond now, Prince Harry speaking out for the first time about his legal battles.
Princess Diana, she wasn't just beloved by the UK, she was beloved all across the globe, in the US, in Europe, and unfortunately, any time she's brought up, it's always going to evoke, as I said beforehand, a very visceral reaction. So I think this is just Prince Harry trying to pull on the heartstrings, trying to pull on the sentimental aspects of the public to try and get them on side.
If you were to ask your smart speaker, show me a palace PR disaster, well, this would be it. All this has done, this has created a massive PR problem for the palace because, of course, they haven't been commenting publicly on the princess's whereabouts since her abdominal surgery last month. They say they're only going to issue any significant updates. So as such, a real vacuum has developed. This story as well, one, it's not going away, but two, this is a real catch-22 situation for the prince because either the application reveals that, yes, he did receive special treatment and he did declare his drug use, or he didn't declare his drug use or try to minimise this in any way, well, that might discredit his own work in Spare. Prince William's remarks are very much in line with the government's viewpoints on this, but this is dangerous territory, especially with an issue that is as contentious as it is, that has impacts on all different communities across the United Kingdom.
Catherine walked out onto that balcony?
Absolutely. When Princess Catherine walked out onto Centre Court, she was greeted by a standing ovation. Also very different from Trooping the Colour, because Trooping, of course, she was largely away from the crowd. She was in a closed-off carriage in the Duke of Wellington's office in the building adjacent to Horse Guards Parade. Here she was in Centre Court, amongst the crowd, holding the court, absolutely holding the court. So, yes, this gives a very optimistic tone. At the same time as well, Prince William and Prince George, they had their lads' night out, of course, at the football. The series kind of depicts her as someone that's almost longing to be back in Britain, just longing to be there, of course, with her boys. But another thing that I can't also help but think about is the scene where it's almost depicted that they went to Paris just kind of on the way back to Britain. It was a stopover. It was inconvenient for her. The scene is kind of Dodi took her to Paris specifically to propose, and that Mohammed then said it was his direct orders that they get in the car straight to Villa Windsor, and as such, she then missed a phone call with Prince William and Harry. What do you think of those scenes?
That's all the absolute opposite of the truth.
This is Talk TV.
And it's also been reported that at Christmas time, yes, they did the walkabouts together, but behind the scenes, it's been reported that Prince Andrew apparently was, quote, lurking and ready to pounce on his, quote, kind and generous brother, according to aides. However, aides kept them apart. He was not sat near His Majesty the King at lunchtime. They were apparently not allowed any one-on-one time either. So,
well, so much for caring for your brother, then.
No, but the thing is, there's caring for a brother on a private level, but then there's keeping the institution safe, and that is what King Charles is very much focused on doing.
Good morning and welcome into Newsmax's special coverage of the funeral. What did you make of the ceremony at Westminster Abbey and everything that's gone on over the last several hours so far?
Well, this is history. This is history unfolding before our eyes. We're seeing these pictures of this huge procession. Nobody does this pomp, circumstance, ceremony like us Brits. At the age of 21, she said, whether my life be long or short, be devoted to you, the people. She has fulfilled that promise up until the last day of her life. And that is what people are feeling right now. They are wanting to pay tribute to her. They're coming from all over the UK to say farewell to our greatest ever monarch.